Welcome to Discover East County, where we walk the paths of hardworking folks who share the stories of their lives and businesses. I'm your host, Valley, and today I'm here with Chris Livingston, owner of Titan Steel Fabricators. Welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
All right, so tell me a little bit about your business and yourself, starting with yourself. I mean, I know you're a husband, a father. You guys live and have been living in East County for a long time. Can you touch on that a little bit?
Yeah, I'm kind of an East County transplant because I grew up in Claremont,
Okay.
but then moved to in 11th grade moved to Valhalla.
Okay.
So then just kind of got intertwined with everybody in East County.
Yeah, well, we welcomed you, right?
Yes.
You're right here back with us. And
That's right.
I know your kids are active in East County as well, right? And your wife's a realtor?
Mm-hmm.
Perfect.
Yeah, he plays basketball and she's a realtor in East County, and my daughter does gymnastics at Jim's Tricks.
Cool. Well, we have a lot of clients that are involved in the things that the sports that your kids do, and we love your wife on the show. So, about Titan Steel Fabricators, tell us how you got started in the business and a little bit of background on it.
Okay. So I've been in construction my whole life. My dad was a general contractor, so I worked for him basically since I was a little kid, just summers and after work and or after school and stuff like that. And then I worked at University Mechanical for 15 years. So same kind of thing, working with steel and all that. And then I bought Titan Steel 2.5 years ago.
Okay.
So, but I have, good background and all that stuff. So,
Well, it's good to have a background in construction, like your dad having that. I always tell the kids nowadays, like, know a trade because that kind of industry is fading. But also, Titan Steel Fabricator, you said it's been around for a really long time. So it's not just a new company, right?
no, they've been around for 30 years, I believe.
Okay.
And then I bought it 2.5 years ago. But that's why I wanted to, was interested in buying it, is because they were already established and,
Yeah.
they have all their clients, and I was able to maintain all their clients still
And get new ones?
and get new ones. Yes.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So what kind of clients do you serve? Or if somebody's, looking for something of your service, how do they know that they could hire you? Is it commercial, residential? What kind of clients do you serve?
Both commercial and residential.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say almost half and half is pretty much what I serve.
What do you guys make? Like, what are some of the things you've done?
Um, for residential, we do a lot of beams in attics and stuff when people want to take out all their load-bearing walls in their, let's say,
Okay.
their living room or something like that,
Yeah.
and just open it up to a big open floor plan. But you have to kind of go about it a different way. You have to go with an architect or a structural engineer or somebody to tell you what size beam I can put in
Mm-hmm.
first, and then get a permit and all that kind of stuff.
And then for commercial, what kind of projects have you guys worked on?
We do a lot of like operable partition walls. So like, in a big conference room, they can do those accordion so they
Okay.
can section off the conference room from one side to the other. Well, there's a big steel beam that goes up in the attic that holds that accordion door.
Okay.
So we do a lot of those for commercial, but just any sort of I-beams or anything steel, handrails, stairs, anything steel basically.
Is there any projects around or in East County that you've recently worked on
In East County,
or close by? Like
uh,
we can drive by and say, "Oh, that's Chris's job."
oh, okay, yeah. Trader Joe's in
Okay.
Santee.
Oh, yeah, that's a
Yeah,
big one.
yeah, we did a bunch of beams in there. They're all above the ceiling, so you can't really see them. But I guess if you drive up to the Trader Joe's, you can see all the cart corrals that are in the front.
Uh-huh.
We built all those.
Nice.
Hmm.
I like that because when you walk in, you can be like, "Oh, I know who built the frame here.
Right?
I know who built the cart corrals." It's pretty cool. So when you go back to residential, a lot of people are interested in opening up their home a little bit,
Hmm.
and it's a project where some may start with DIY or think that it's pretty simple. What would you say to the homeowner that's looking to open up their home a little bit? I know you said you need to hire an architect first.
Hmm.
How simple is this project, and is a beam or steel important in that construction?
It can and it can't be. It depends if the walls are load bearing or not. So if you know what you're looking at, you can go in the attic and just tell if the wall goes all the way up to the bottom of the roof structure, or if it just goes above the ceiling and stops. If it just goes above the ceiling and stops, then it's not a load bearing wall.
Mm.
So you can kind of, if you can, for your wives out there who are probably thinking, I
Yeah.
want to open my whole thing up, we'll get your husband up in the attic and see if he can look at it.
Or call you guys
Or call
because
us, yeah.
you
Either,
guys can tell us.
either way. But yeah, it's a pretty evasive process getting the steel beam up in the attic just because you have to shore both sides of the wall before you actually rip the wall down.
Oh, wow.
So I guess if people don't know what shoring is, you just build like a temporary wall
Mm-hmm.
under the ceiling
Yeah.
to hold the ceiling up while you take the wall down,
Mm-hmm.
and then put the steel beam up.
What is your aspirations in this business as an owner? Like, where do you see the company going? Are you content with the trajectory you're on, or are you looking for bigger projects in the future?
It's kind of a hard question a little bit because we had a really big job this year, bigger job than we've ever had, and it took a lot of manpower to get it done. And we did with the small amount of guys that we have. We only have four basically field guys. So I don't want to get too big. I kind of want to maintain what we have, but we did a lot more sales um, last year to this year. So
Yeah.
I would say just pretty much keep the same trajectory that we have, just kind of maintain our same clients and all that stuff.
And why did you personally decide to go into this field of work when you could have chosen anything?
Um, I really like steel, and I've always been welding in my garage and working on my off-road truck and stuff like
Mm-hmm.
that. So I always had an interest in welding. I just never knew that I liked it as much as I did until I got
Cool.
into it.
So there's like a passion there along. Are you teaching your son the
Yeah,
background in the business? You are?
yeah. Both my daughter and my son I've taught them how to weld.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
That's a pretty good
they have
tool to know.
they have little mini welding helmets and stuff to
Yeah.
teach them how to weld.
And are you guys based in East County, your office?
Yeah, our office is in El Cajon.
What part of El Cajon?
By Burning Beard Brewery right there,
Okay.
across from there.
Nice. So if you guys are anybody's looking to hire or thinking that they might need some help in this area, they can just stay local in East
Mm-hmm.
County. I always say, if you go in El Cajon, you can find anything you're
Yeah,
looking for.
pretty much.
So even if you're looking for something for like a beam or commercial property building out stairs or something that needs some type of metal work, to reach out to you.
Correct.
All right, Chris. Well, thank you so much for being on the show.
Thanks for
I
having
love
me.
it. And you guys hire local and stay in East County. So we'll see you next time.